Alright, time for a Gwen game. I will be playing this one against a Lilia here, which that's not a great matchup, I'm gonna be honest. Like, the kite ability from that champion is going to be really painful for me. With ult, I do have a chance of like landing some stuff, but without Ghost, there's no way I'll ever get that guy in a 1v1 if he plays it well. So I will have to be very careful for that kite ability. Lanes-wise here, I think the most likely gank scenario is probably just bot lane. Top lane, doesn't really have much. Mid lane, I could look for a better angle from this position as well, like going back into here. So those are things I'm looking for. Team's going for very spicy fights. The Taric just used flash though, so it makes a bot gank even nicer. Not too bad. On Gwen though, it is very, very, very important that you go for full clears. You need this champion to have levels. You need this champion to have gold, XP, all of it. Like, it's really important. Starting off there, we snip at 2 stacks, and then we just stack it up from there, and then snip here. You know, just like the clear at the start. Gonna be pretty basic. There we go. What? You have got to be kidding, you did that. Why? That doesn't make any sense, Lilia. Why are you there? That's such a joke, man. Alright, fine. I guess that is really, really bad for me. That's some wild stuff right there. I don't know what that is, but okay, Lilia, fair play. You got me with a nice cheese. I don't understand, like, what is the thought? Oh, she started my Raptors. I see. Wow. Wait, she started my Raptors and then walked like that? Okay, this guy has some, Okay, fair enough. Like, there's nothing else to say. Fair enough, you played well. I guess you got me with the cheese. It is pretty inconsistent to do that, though. Like, I don't know why you would risk it like that, but fair. If I got the red buff there, then, yeah, what is he gonna do after that, you know? It's not gonna be great, but I guess you got away with it, so what can I say? Just gonna finish the rest of my clear here. Now I have to remember that my Raptors are gonna spawn at 4 minutes. And my Krugs will spawn somewhat soon afterwards, so I can get tier 2 camps that way. Lilia's overall clear tempo is going to be worse as well right here, so I think I'm actually going to be kind of okay, even though obviously I'm starting out really, really badly right now. Entirely depends on how Lilia follows this situation up as well. Alright, not the best start you'd want to see. This is definitely a bad one, but also not too worried about it. Wait for the scuttle to spawn. Gonna have to play slow here. Bot lane gank's obviously not happening either. My bot lane kind of just won the situation. Also fine. Let's see it, Lilia. Is your Raptor camp still here? It is not. Okay, this guy's definitely not sticking around. He's definitely gonna back. Reliant Soul, no flash. My Raptor camp's gonna spawn in about 10 seconds. Because Lilia started on that. I probably can just do top scuttle. My Krugs are also like slightly slower than they probably usually would be. Oh, great. This is actually really bad because I can't deal with this right now. I actually literally can't deal with it. Wait, she did my Raptors after the red buff. Wow. So she literally didn't even start my Raptor. This guy is mental. That's some very, very flipped pathing right there. Like, incredibly flipped. She's obviously gonna get my Raptors again right now, though, so I guess fair enough with this position. But that is incredibly flipped. If she misses the red buff smite, she instantly loses the game. That is one way to risk it, you know? I guess I gotta have to respect it. Please don't tell me she did my Raptors again. Ah, she didn't. Wow, nice. I actually got away with it. Fair enough. Just gonna have to play very slow here. Like, in a situation like this, there's not a whole lot I can do. But just play, like, relatively slow. Wait it out. And my camps are all respawning here. We have, like, 58 seconds on Void Grubs and stuff. I'm actually just gonna keep clearing for now. Because this is gonna respawn, this is gonna respawn. And I just want to have, like, a good respawn sequence of my camps so she can't take anything anymore. And if I have that, I should be pretty chill here. How? Yeah, exactly. There's no way you get away with this. There's just no way. Yeah, exactly. That's like, this guy is mental. This guy is actually mental. That is a wild invade. Like, the reason I'm so confident in doing this is because I have a Galio, man. Galio ult is so OP. Like, as a jungler, if you're just chilling, if you're getting invaded, you just get Galio ulted and it's over for them. Just activate my W there for some increase in resistances so she doesn't easily kill me either. This Lilia has some issues, for sure, for sure. There is something going on here. Because I mean, she could just straight up go for, like, this here, but I do have to finish my clear right now and just, yeah, get the rest of it. If I'm gonna run towards this and see what happens. Let's do this, and whoa. And this, perfect. Let's do that. I am assuming she is just gonna rush Void Grubs, is what I am assuming. But I'm gonna check anyway. Because I currently have a bit of downtime on my camps regardless. So going to check for Void Grubs is not necessarily a bad thing here. Just gonna hit the plant. Is indeed doing Void Grubs. Did it pretty fast there too. Ah, she got it barely. That sucks actually. Alright, fair enough. I mean, not like I could have done a whole lot about it, to be fair. I am starting a bit down because her cheese worked, right? So otherwise she would have been in a lot of trouble. But yeah. It is what it is. She got the Void Grubs there, it's fair. She got the death timer on it, so it makes sense. This should be a free kill, I believe. Nice, very good. That was beautifully played by my Galio right there. That's what we like to see. He should be able to get his recall off here, right? Does top have flash is the question here, otherwise this Aloy is just straight up dead. She doesn't have any mana. Okay, let's walk like this.
This is better than a dream. It's real.
Goodbye. Oh, there we go. Ah, nice. It was a good kill on Aloy. She's just way too greedy, basically. Very solid. We built the AP here. We go to bot side. Because if anything off that, Glowingless Lilia is playing so aggressive, she's most likely gonna like commit to any of my bot side camp invades here. So we're gonna defend that. Raptors will be taken later, it's fine. If you did the Raptors, that's also fine. I got the kill on Alawi, right? This Galio has helped me a lot. Like the ults from him and the rotations from him have been very beautiful for me. So I'm very happy with that. Makes my life a little bit easier, you know? Okay, that's pretty free information actually. Goodbye, Lilia. That's the end of your game. Why is that the end of Lilia's game? Because now I take her entire bot side. And then she lost the scaling battle against me, basically. I'm not doing dragon here. It's actually better to get 3 camps bot. Ah, he missed. That's actually really unfortunate. I was really waiting for that to work, but yeah, it didn't. Lilia still top lane. I mean, this is not great for the Yone, but he does get a return kill on Lilia though, so that's huge. I'm down to do it, sure. I'll leave the Krugs alive for the dragon. Yo, Red, are you Joker? Lilia will never make it here. Okay, about 300 damage on the Q there, that's fair. 1200 damage smite. There we go. Good combo. Solid. 43 seconds on Void Grubs. I probably can contest that this time around. I just gotta clear my bot side camps and walk the Void Grubs, basically. For me, it's most important that I just keep a consistent CSing pace as Gwen. Like, anything else is bonus. Like, if you can get some good kills and stuff, that is bonus. But on this champion, it is very important that you keep good CSing pace. Because she skills like an absolute god. Like, there is honestly nobody in the game that skills better than Gwen. There might be someone on par, but no one really is better than Gwen at scaling. Like, this champion is absolutely wild at scaling purposes. So, yeah, if you can keep that consistency up, that is very good. Getting through your early game, getting towards the Nashers. Like, Nashers is your big first spike. That's what you're looking for. Okay, and she is just chilling bots. I'm just gonna go send the Void Grubs. Okay, good kill on top lane as well. I'm not gonna get rotated on here for sure. Could have helped my team potentially with the fight, but I don't particularly want to give an Alawi a chance at 6 Void Grubs. Lilia like cheeses it after I win a fight again or something like that. Team wins the fight on that either way, so it's okay. Not gonna smite here because I don't have to. And for now I could just chill. Like I could just be Gwen, take some, like consume everything. And I should be able to go for topside camps here as well. I think my team overcommitted a little bit too hard at the end there. Should be able to take this. There's a TP available on him. Okay, Ilaoi is here because of the tentacle spawn. There's Lilia. She saw me right there. Gonna loop in from the backside of mid here. No, not this time around, my bite. Just need one more E. Good. Good. All I needed was one more E. That's why we need Ghost. If I don't have Ghost there, I'm doomed. I mean, Ghost on Gwen is good anyway. Okay, this is gonna be very stupid, actually. Alawi ultimate, that's why it's stupid. Yeah. If that was any other champion, I would have absolutely gone on that champion. It doesn't really matter who it was. The only champ I don't do that on is Alawi. She would one-shot me with that ult. Like, what? How is that? Okay. I thought I was in dash range, but apparently I wasn't. Yeah, that ult one-shot is not something I'm really looking to tank, you know? That's gonna be a death sentence for sure. It's a good chase on Lilia, though. Not bad. Finish the red here, and then we're gonna have a very good recall. After this recall, we are gaming. Okay, so Dragon like 150. I am now 30 CS up on Lilia as well. Good. Taking the recall, got the Nashor's Tooth here, and my boots upgrade as well, I believe. Yeah, I can. You can go either Sorks or CDR boots. Honestly, either one is fine. I think, like, in this situation, I'm, like, kind of solo AP. This guy's building a lot of tank items on Galio here, so I wouldn't really say that their magic resist purchasing on their side is very valuable. But, yeah. You need to wait a little bit before I get in range there, my guy. Yep, I just had to wait. It's a good bait. He's fine. He's fine. I just had to wait for the Lilia to actually commit to that, for that to be free, because with, like, the way she was positioning herself, that was looking pretty obvious. This guy on top doesn't have a ult now, so it should be a free kill. She missed. She's dead now. She also doesn't... Oh, she does have ult. What are you talking about? Get me those resistances. Okay, because she didn't pull the shadow, it wasn't gonna be a death sentence still, but she did get her ult back in time. Alright. Gonna just take a reset, because running across the map here is not really gonna work. There we go. Shadow Flame. There are two ways of doing this, by the way. Nashor's Tooth, Sork Shadow Flame, or Nashor's Tooth CDR Boots Riftmaker are both good builds. I like the, like, if I'm, like, only AP against a bunch of squishies, like, these are relatively squishy champions. Like, we're talking tanks like Ornn level tanks, Sejuani level tanks. That's when I like Riftmaker more, because that's more in combat time and stuff like that. These days, you know, the Shadow Flame is just like, it's incredible on Gwen. Like, honestly, it's such a good item. I want to hit level 11 before I do anything, and this is also my smite upgrade, so in case you're wondering why I'm doing these camps, I'm doing it because of that. Actually, good kill. Gotta chase that one out. It's pretty free. I should have cleared the plant. I can still clear the plant here in a second, but I'm gonna clear the plant. Make sure that there's no contest on that. Lilia doesn't have flashes over the wall or something. I mean, unless he really flashes over the wall, but that would be okay. Okay. Solid. Okay, the Alawi is putting a lot of pressure on the Yone right there. Red should be up, maybe. It is, yeah, okay, perfect. Can actually just smite it, it's just to secure it for sure. I didn't get it off in time. Okay, you're still dead, doesn't matter. Let's just snipe out the wave here and then push for turret, I guess. That was pretty solid. Like, we got the Taric in the transition. This guy's 8 deaths on Lilia. This guy is lost the plot for sure. Not happy. Maybe a gank. What do you want me to do? Like, I have done a lot already. Like, yes, you helped me, but like, I have 8 kill participation still. I'm not doing nothing. Okay. I'll help him. Let's do this. You can go Magi's if you want, but I'd rather get the Shadow Flame very quickly, if I'm being completely honest. Like, Shadow Flame Power Spike is wild. Being able to critical strike with your Q at low HP and stuff is really good. I'm gonna run top here quickly. Snip this, get the cooldown back. She is dead here. There's nothing she can do. She doesn't have ult or anything right now. Yeah, I probably didn't even have the ult, to be honest. That was a pretty big waste, I think. It's okay. Yeah, Shadow Flame Power Spike is incredible. I can afford. I'm just gonna recall. I can afford the Shadow Flame. I'm backing. Being able to critically strike is gonna be ridiculous. Like, you're gonna see my damage just destroy them, basically. That's why I like this item a lot. If I can get away with the item, I will always go for the item. Like, I have tried, like, the Riftmaker variation to this. Obviously, it's still very good against tanks. I probably would still go for... I do still go for Riftmaker against very tanky team comps. But in most games, just going Nashers into Shadow Flame is the most ridiculous damage ever. Like, it's actually wild. Okay, Lilia's there. I'll just take the mid wave here. Seems fine to me. Yeah, that just connects to me and does damage. Yeah, okay, nice. It's not like he's on the other side of the map or anything. Fair enough. Let's go, bot. Gonna walk with my Poppy here. Ooh, that's maybe a bit spicy, actually. Okay. No, I didn't get my Q. Dude, I did not play that fight very well. I could have played it a lot better. I got exhausted, which messed me up because it messed up my... like, the slowing of it messed up my timers, and I didn't get, like, a full charge Q off either. I got, like, a 3-stacker off, I believe, which is quite bad. Like, that is definitely a big damage loss for sure. Yeah, it was that was poorly played by me. I needed to make sure I got my true damage, like, 4-stack snip off. Like, make sure I landed a very good damage there, and I probably would have just deleted 2 of them at the same time, and that would have made my life much easier. But that was a pretty big commitment. The exhaust absolutely ruined me, essentially, and I did not play well around the exhaust, which is what cost me my life. It's okay, I made a mistake. Like, I could have played that better for sure. Lilia did get the kill on me, which I guess is fine. Probably better than Aurelion Soul, if I'm being honest. But I played that fight pretty dumb. Like, I just mechanically bad decision making. Okay, that's gone, that's fine. Oh. That is damage. Dude, completely dead. All good. That's a free. That should be a free dragon. The Sterax absorbed quite a bit of damage there still, to be fair. Thought she would have died a bit sooner, but that Sterax came in pretty good. Don't get hit by that. 450. I'm not gonna Q now, I'm just gonna wait. There. Perfect. Clear out the wards, wait for the scuttle to spawn here. Might as well. We're already very strong. Like we've gotten a very good scaling point. The longer this game goes on, the more pain the enemy team is going to be in. Like simply put, my champion is disgusting late game. Gonna go for red buff here. Really has top side. That's a bit interesting. Oh, yeah, she's dead. It's worth it because the guy's worth a big shutdown. That's the only reason I committed that hard to a dive. Because with that much of a shutdown, like it's just worth going. Even if I die 1-for-1, because I'm not worth a shutdown anymore, it's still worth it, if that makes sense. I have way too much gold. I don't want to overextend here. So anyone that's worth a shutdown, I'm willing to go for. If that hit, she would have died, by the way. Like, I actually would have committed to the fight there at that point.
An enemy has been slain.
We should just Baron here. Just have to clear the wave first. I'm going. I need to make sure I don't make it super obvious that I'm insta starting Baron, but Lilia's bot lane, so it has to be a Baron start, or like insta going Baron here. If Yone is smart, he tanks Baron here, because I do more Baron damage than him. Okay, I'll tank the rest of this Baron, it's fine. One shot both of them. Jhin cleaned it up with like the final hit, but I got both of them with my damage. They just got completely deleted with Shadow Flame damage there. It's very good. The Baron knock-up at the end was very unfortunate, because I would have been completely like free, like I would have completely killed them without any risk, but that knock-up at the end almost ruined me. Almost. My team should be respawning in time. That bot turret's already dead, and or actually not even dead. I wouldn't be able to reach the bot turret regardless. So I'm just going to clear the rest of this. My team will respawn in time, so I'm just going to clear my camps a little bit. And then go for the reset afterwards. It's going to be a really good reset. I have my death cap here, which is absolutely amazing. Get another amp tome with that. I am gonna delete them completely. Oh. I had no clue if I can make that. Jin's most likely dead. I don't think he paid attention. Ooh. I think the W may have been a mistake as well. I'm gonna have to move here as fast as I can now. Just gonna walk at him. It's fine. You're dead already. That Q damage is absolutely mental, as you saw. Like the Shadow Flame making it crit and everything, it's just disgusting. She had a Sterax there as well, but you didn't notice really, did you? It was just dead. Just absolute death. My champ's OP when it comes to this stage in the game. That's just over for them, honestly.
Well, they can keep on trying.
She knows I'm still around because of the Baron minions, unfortunately. Ah, you flashed. Alright, fine. Dumbass. He actually risked it. I just like EQ'd forward with an ult and it's just over for him. That was very quick. You see me just delete people. Like my damage is... The Gwen is ridiculous. This damage is insane. If you can get to mid to late game, it's over for the enemy team. It's also why I'd recommend like Gwen quite a lot actually to... Well, especially lower rated players, because scaling in low elo games, because ending games is a bit iffy for a lot of players, right? It's just very free. It really is just very free. I can't overcommit there. That's really painful, actually. I need to just let that leave. I can stack up my passive maybe here on these things. Wait, that hit me? But I hate it. I just want to play for Dragon. I don't want to, like, I'm basically not trying to overcommit to anything here because Dragon is a thing. And I just want the Dragon. Get hit by all these tentacles. They have to defend against Galio too, so like, what are they gonna do? Not contest the Dragon, that is, for sure. But I don't want to overcommit to a fight. Even though I'm most likely just instantly one-shot the Alawi, I'm not gonna try to risk it when the Dragon's about to spawn, because if I lose the fight, I just lose the Dragon. It's just not worth it. That's good enough. I definitely just want to make sure I ult there, even though I might not necessarily need it. I don't want to let Alawi get a lot of free damage off. That champion is still very, very strong, and I still have to respect her in situations with the ult. So the more damage I can put out, the better. Good. And we just shove in bot wave now. Just want to go for this turret here, basically. Poppy can do red buff, Jhin can get red buff, it's all good. He's gonna do Infinity Edge, and I'm just gonna want to try to get the turret here. Not gonna get hit by all this, thank you very much. There's no need, like, as Gwen, you can just walk out of things like that pretty calmly. Against ranged champions, you don't really have many issues. Get the wave, stack up my passive. That is a disgusting combination. That was a beautiful Yone ult. Absolutely amazing Yone ultimate. I got a full stack Q off on all of them and basically just one-shot everyone. That's really good. I'm just gonna calmly shove the wave here. Make sure I don't, like, we don't really want to get hit by like a Lilia ult here. I think pushing here further is not going to be plausible because the Lilia should be able to clear the wave relatively easily. I missed. I'm actually kind of annoyed. Close one. Okay, I'm not going to overcommit here. It's fine. I missed one too many skill shots there. I think I also missed my Q snip on top of it. Like, it was a bit too much. I have 4,200 gold. I'm just going to recall. I mean, Cosmic Drive seems like a very solid option right now here, so I'm just going to go for that. And since I can afford this exactly, I'm just going to buy it. I'm going to have enough gold at the end here if the Magi's doesn't work out to sell it and go for like a Zonias or a Banshees, something like that. Easily, should be doable. But in this instance, because I have exactly the amount of gold to buy the potion and the Magi's, I'm just going to buy both because it makes me the strongest I can currently be. So I'm just going to do it. Gonna use my W for some resistances here as well. I have a lot of Baron damage. Even if I'm tanking it and losing half my damage, I'm still doing more damage than Jhin. There we go. Perfect. My damage is insane at the moment.
An enemy has been slain. Your team has destroyed.
I think they're not gonna commit further than that, so I'm just gonna chill. Are they gonna commit further than this? Okay, it looks like they are. We'll walk forward. Level 18 here. 275 CS. Yeah, you're dead. Easy gaming. Well, you know, that is it for Gwen. It's a very strong champion. A bit cheesed early, so there is that. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like button below. It helps me quite a bit. Make sure to subscribe as well if you haven't yet. And I will see you guys in the end game stats. Alright, so for the endgame stats here, I ended up doing a solid 41.2k damage. I'm actually kind of surprised he has this close damage to me. I mean, I guess he did get the hit on Alawi for the entirety of like 20 minutes. Yeah, I mean, okay, his damage makes sense. It's kind of fair. I was like, how did you get that close? But nah, that would make sense. True damage at 5,000, which is quite a significant amount. Definitely not bad. Objective damage at 69.5k. I pretty much just got all the dragons. I did have to give up the one set of void grubs. Obviously, my early game tempo was pretty rough due to losing 2 camps against the Lilia very early on. So, yeah, it is what it is. Now we have healing done at 26.6k. Damage taken at 41.6, which is the most. Self-mitigated at another 43.8 here as well. Gold earned at 18.1k. Very, very good. Very solid. For the runes, I mean, I have 278 CS at 30 minutes, which is really good. Like, that's ideally what you want to see as Gwen. Like, consume as much as possible. And, you know, keep your clearing consistent. Get a wave here and there, whatever you can. Get some side tier turrets. All that type of stuff. Very valuable. This champ skills like a monster, so... As you saw, to be fair. We have Conqueror for 700 healing, and the adaptive damage is still more relevant. You can, if you want to, play this champion with First Strike. It is more tricky, for sure, because Conqueror makes your life a lot easier when it comes to, as a jungler at least. As a laner, I'd probably say First Strike makes more sense for the most part, but as a jungler, you're like having Conqueror, the adaptive damage from Conqueror in skirmish fights is very valuable. So yeah, I put a lot of value behind that. Just those skirmish fights, being able to have that for those situations makes you a lot stronger overall. So that's why I go for Conqueror. But you can also go First Strike. First Strike is technically Gwen's best rune because it provides, well, extra true damage, which is good. So you can like open up with like an R-Q combination on a target because you can use your W to avoid getting poked by range hits. So you can let that go through you, have the first hit, and then your damage burst gets amplified by First Strike, which is very valuable, and it gives you additional gold, where the gold tempo is very good. So it is technically her best rune, but if you can play with it only, and I think more so for lanes instead of jungle. I think in a jungle role, you get less consistent procs out of First Strike, and Conqueror just for those skirmishes is very good. Just to point that out, put it in perspective, I suppose. Triumph, 1900 HP, 440 gold. Haste for the ability haste. I prefer the ability haste because getting that extra bit of cooldown there for the ult and stuff is more valuable than getting a bit of attack speed, which I already have plenty of. A last stand for more damage in closer fights. I take this one on Gwen because, well, ideally this champ is very dive, fight heavy, wants to brawl, wants to go in, and if you can inch out closer, like those close fights by a little bit of damage, you know, that's ideal. And then it's pretty much a must to go like absolute focus gathering storm on Gwen, honestly. The reason I say this is a must is because it ups her scaling pressure even more. So you are not looking to play Gwen, or you're not playing Gwen to win the early game. You're not, right? You're playing Gwen to hit the mid to late game and just decimate them completely. And gathering Storm alongside this is really, really good for that. And it's the rune I would recommend the most as a secondary option. So there is that. If you're like gonna go, like there's one thing which if you're gonna go like Electrocute or Dark Harvest, which I don't necessarily recommend, the Ultimate Hunter from that can be very, very nice as well. That is a very, very solid option. But yeah, this is the way I like to build it. This is the way I'd recommend you to build it. Magize is entirely optional at the very end, just because I had the exact amount of gold for the situation I bought it. But if I would have been able to sell my Dark Seal at 10 stacks for Zonias, I probably just would have done that instead. It's just, yeah, Zonias makes my life very, very free. I can go in, do a nice like R-Q combo on the E, and then just insta Zonias if I have to. I just one-shot their entire team, basically, and it's over for them. They can't retaliate. Good combination. But with all that being said, that was it for Gwen. If you have any questions, leave those below. Be sure to hit the like button if you haven't done so yet, and subscribe for more. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.